So what you're looking at here, this video ties into a blog post, and I'll put it in the description so you can access the post as well on bankruptcy.blog, where I talk about sometimes it is necessary to file a response, even though you know you're going to file for bankruptcy. The reasons why, there are endless reasons why. Let's just say you need more time. And so it makes more sense to file a response to the lawsuit, especially if you need more time for the bankruptcy. For example, you worked out a payment plan with your lawyer for 3 months. This case can't be sitting there for 3 months. They're going to move forward with the wage garnishment and everything else. So I just got here an old complaint. As you can see here, it's with Midland Credit Management. They are a debt collector. And here you just have the first page of the complaint. Now, as you can see here, down here, it says count two. There was actually, I think, 3 credit cards involved in this. But you see that in their petition, they're including the facts of the case. It's related to this case number. Payments haven't been made. As you can see here, number 5, payments haven't been made on the account, so they're in default, etc. Now, I'm going to show you an answer, and the answer is actually from one of my divorce cases. I didn't get it specifically tied into this case, but you're going to see it's the same general thing. Nothing really changes, but you're going to see what you need to do in order to file a response to buy yourself more time when you're going to file the bankruptcy. So here's another quick example why. For example, maybe you want to file Chapter 7, you qualify for Chapter 7, but you fell 1 month behind on your mortgage. But you're going to catch up. You're going to catch up for whatever reason, a family member's loaning you the money or whatever it is. You can't file for Chapter 7 if you're behind on your mortgage, because that means you're literally surrendering your house. You would have to file Chapter 13, which isn't worth it if you qualify for Chapter 7. So what do you have to do? You have to catch up on your mortgage first, then file for bankruptcy. That's where a situation, one of many, why you should file a response to the petition. Now let's go over how you file a response to this. Now, the first thing I warned you was I just grabbed one of my old responses to a divorce. So you'll see here in the marriage of, etc. Doesn't matter. All you're really going to do is just copy the heading that's in the summons and in the petition and guide yourself by that. Okay. Now, this is the part that I want you to focus on. Once you start going through each and every single complaint that's being made. So, for example, I showed you number 5 said that you defaulted on the payments. Well, assuming that is true, that's probably gonna happen. Lawyers typically we just deny everything, just so you know. But you would say whether that's admitted or denied. That's all you got to do. Was this admitted or is this denied? So, for example, I've been sued, and it wasn't even it wasn't a creditor attached to me, but I have a common name. And in Miami, how many Alex Hernandez's are there? There's hundreds. So I would get these lawsuits, and it would say, well, Alex Hernandez defaulted, and the answer is no, I deny it. And of course, I would just do this to protect myself. And then I contact the lawyers and say, listen, I filed an answer. It's the wrong guy. Fix it before I file for sanctions. And that usually took care of it. But you see, that's all you're doing here. You're just going through each allegation made in the complaint, and you're basically admitting it or you're denying it. That's all you're doing. So by doing that alone, that's going to trigger this case, make it contested, and the court's going to push you towards mediation, or sometimes it's called a pretrial conference, to work out a payment plan. Now, in the blog post, I'll get into details whether you should make a payment plan or not. That's just all the separate issues. But this is literally how you file a response to a petition. Okay? Any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comment section below.